a reason to fight.
Just an angel. This is the angel of the Lord speaking to him, and he's thinking, oh my gosh, I am going to die. Like, you came to tell me I'm a mighty man of valor, now I'm going to die because I just saw you. I'm not supposed to see you. And that was the mindset back then, right? And so the angel just calms him down, or the Lord calms him down, says, peace be with you, do not fear. Selah on that one. If you know Psalms, it says Selah a lot, which just means a pause. Take a moment to let that sink in before the next portion here. And so, again, peace be with you. Do not fear. Now, here's what's interesting is that God is referring to himself. Here, all of a sudden, Gideon, the fear changed in Gideon. Do you see that? I want to encourage you to have your fear change and shift even right now. The fear shifted and changed to now it was no longer the Midianites or the oppressors. It was now God, right? Forget everyone else coming to kill me. God right now could kill me. Right? God, the all-powerful, is here right now, right in front of me. And all of a sudden he shifted. But when he had that shift to put the weight of who God was on God, being right there and present, this is when God revealed himself as peace. Think about that for a second. Maybe that's the same boat that we're in right now. Maybe if we begin shifting just a little bit to realize that God is greater than COVID-19. Right? That the weight of who he is far greater and weightier than any other disease or the fear that's out there. Maybe if we were to be more concerned about what he's thinking and doing, where he's going and not going, what he is telling for us to be doing, perhaps then we would encounter shalom. Because this is where shalom, when you hear that word from the Jewish people, was right here in this story right now. All right? This is where it was introduced. It says here that peace be with you, do not fear, you shall not die. Right? So Gideon built an altar to the Lord and called it the Lord is peace, or the Lord is shalom. Right? The Lord is shalom. This is when people, a lot of times you have Jewish people greet each other shalom. They're speaking peace. The peace of the Lord, Jehovah shalom. That's what it says here. That all of a sudden God introduced himself as peace. And so it's very interesting that the moment when there is an understanding of how powerful God is, that he could take you out any moment, right? And I don't believe he wants to choose COVID-19 to do that, okay? Because I believe that most of us, if you're listening here, you still have a part to play in this story, in his story, right? And I believe here that God wants to reveal himself as the Lord is peace, but first, we have to understand and see who he is, that he is greater. And at the place where we need his peace, not for what's out there, but for who he is. We need peace between us and him. That's what the first peace needs to be about. We're asking God for peace from all the fear and everything that's going on, but I believe we need peace right now between us and God. And having that internal peace, and that peace is not based on circumstances. It comes from the inside. It comes from the God of peace coming from within, not from circumstances without. And so right here, God reveals himself as the Lord is peace after Gideon realizes, oh, you are God. And I could die right now. You are so powerful. The Midianites, everything, look, God wants to eclipse your focus. God wants to be the eclipse to everything else going on in your world right now. He wants his story that he's writing to eclipse any other story that the media, that our world, that our ears or mouth are putting out right now. God wants to eclipse that and be bigger. And I believe as he's doing that, we can begin seeing him and he will reveal more of himself to us.